Welcome to Holme Horror. I've been waiting for you. The painted smile. The circus appeared overnight, a garish splash of red and white on the outskirts of town. No trucks or workers had been seen, just the sprawling tent at the end of an empty field. Flyers had materialized in mailboxes and on lampposts, promising the greatest show on earth. No one knew who had put them there. For Ashley, who had moved to the sleepy town 3 months ago, it was a distraction from the monotony. Her friends, Sam and Jessica, were less enthusiastic, but agreed to go. It wasn't like there was much else to do. The three arrived at dusk. The tent was enormous, striped with faded paint that gave it a sinister edge. A small sign above the entry flap read, "Free admission. Enter if you dare." "This is creepy," Jessica muttered. "It's just marketing," Ashley said, pulling them toward the entrance. Inside, the air was heavy with the scent of stale popcorn and grease paint. Rows of rickety seats circled a dirt ring, but the stands were empty. No performers milled about, no vendors sold cotton candy or trinkets. The only sound was the faint rustle of the tent fabric in the wind. "Where is everyone?" Sam asked, his voice low. The lights dimmed, and a single spotlight flared in the center of the ring. A tall clown stepped into the beam. Its striped costume was baggy and stained, and its painted grin stretched unnaturally wide. The makeup around its hollow eyes was smudged, giving it an almost skeletal appearance. "Ladies and gentlemen," the clown said, its voice deep and raspy, "welcome to the show of a lifetime." The clown's grin widened as it gestured with exaggerated flourish. The lights flickered, and when they stabilized, Jessica was gone. In her place was a red balloon tied to her seat. It swayed gently, a dark smear glistening on its surface. "Jessica?" Ashley called, her voice cracking. Sam shot to his feet. "Where did she go?" The clown chuckled, the sound echoing unnervingly. It pointed a long, gloved finger at Sam. "Patience, my dear boy. Everyone gets their turn." Sam grabbed Ashley's arm and pulled her toward the exit, but the flap was gone, replaced by a solid wall of canvas. "Try harder," Ashley urged, panic setting in. "I'm trying," Sam yelled, clawing at the fabric. The clown's laugh boomed again, filling the air like thunder. When they turned back, it was gone. "We have to find Jessica," Ashley whispered, her heart hammering. A door appeared where there had been none before, its frame crooked and splintered. Ashley and Sam exchanged a look before Sam pushed it open. The hallway beyond was narrow and dimly lit, the walls lined with faded photographs. At first, the images seemed innocuous, families posing with the clown, their smiles wide and stiff. But as they moved further, the smiles became strained, the eyes wide with terror. "Look at the dates," Sam said, his voice shaking. "These are from decades ago." Ashley pointed to one of the photographs. "That's Jessica." Sam's breath hitched. The picture showed Jessica standing next to the clown, her expression frozen in a forced smile. A red balloon hovered above her shoulder. "This isn't real," Ashley whispered, but her stomach churned with doubt. The hallway ended at a heavy wooden door. Pushing it open, they stepped into a small room that reeked of decay. Ashley gagged as her eyes adjusted to the dim light. The walls were lined with jars, each one containing a preserved body parts, eyes, hands, hearts, all meticulously labeled. In the center of the room was Jessica, her lifeless body hanging from the ceiling by her wrists. A red balloon was tied to her wrist, swaying gently. Her face was painted with a grotesque clown smile, her eyes glassy and unseeing. Ashley screamed, but Sam grabbed her, pulling her back. "We have to go." They ran through another door, finding themselves in what appeared to be a dressing room. Mirrors lined the walls, each one cracked and smeared with red handprints. A makeup table stood in the center, its surface cluttered with grease paint and brushes. Scrawled on the largest mirror in dripping red letters were the words, "Smile for the camera." Behind them, the door slammed shut. They spun around to see the clown standing there, blocking the exit. "Don't go," it purred, its voice sickly sweet. "The show isn't over yet." Sam grabbed a chair and hurled it at the clown. It shattered against its chest, but the clown didn't flinch. Instead, it raised a grotesque camera from its costume. The lens gleamed unnaturally, reflecting Sam and Ashley's terrified faces. "Let us go," Ashley screamed. The clown grinned wider and pressed the shutter. The flash was blinding. When Ashley's vision cleared, Sam was gone. In his place was another red balloon, bobbing slightly. Blood dripped from its base, pooling on the floor. The clown turned to Ashley, tilting its head. "Your turn." She bolted, knocking over the makeup table as she ran. Her legs carried her through another door, into a vast chamber filled with mannequins dressed in clown costumes. Their faces were painted with exaggerated smiles, their glassy eyes staring blankly. Ashley slowed, her breath coming in ragged gasps. One of the mannequins twitched, then another. Soon, they all turned to face her, their movements jerky and unnatural. "No," she whispered, backing away. The clown's laugh erupted, and the mannequins lunged. Cold hands grabbed at her, dragging her toward the center of the room. She kicked and screamed, breaking free just long enough to stumble through another door. She found herself in a sewer-like tunnel. The air was thick and wet, the walls slick with something dark. The sound of dripping water echoed eerily. The clown was there, waiting. Around it were piles of bones, tattered clothes, and countless red balloons. "You wanted a show," it said, stepping closer. "Now you're part of it." Ashley backed away, her eyes darting for an escape route. "Why are you doing this?" The clown crouched, its face inches from hers. "Because every show needs performers." It raised the camera again, the lens glowing with an unnatural light. "No!" Ashley screamed, lunging forward. She grabbed a jagged bone from the pile and swung it, slamming it into the clown's head. The clown staggered, its grin faltering for the first time. Ashley didn't hesitate. She grabbed the camera and smashed it against the ground. The clown let out an inhuman scream, its body convulsing. The balloons burst one by one, filling the air with a metallic stench. Ashley ran, her feet splashing through the muck. She didn't stop until she reached daylight. Days later, Ashley sat in her apartment trying to convince herself it had all been a nightmare. She hadn't gone to the police. Who would believe her? A package arrived at her door, wrapped in bright red paper. Inside was a photograph of her standing next to the clown. Her smile was wide and unnatural, her eyes filled with terror. On the back, written in blood, were the words, "The show must go on." Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe for more chilling stories. And remember, be careful. I'll be watching you.